Hello and good morning, everyone. I call this meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. We will proceed with roll call with Madam Vice President Elizabeth Reyes.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Senators, if you could type in yay or state yay. Antonio Alvarez, Armando Ponce, Blanca Dávila, Karina Alcatrán, Adele Garza, Edina López, Edna Muñoz, Estela de la Garza, Francine Pérez, Graciela Abrego, Jay González, James Martínez, Jeanette Garcia, Juan Ayala, Juan Pablo Calderón, Cristo Marroquín, Leslie Orozco Zarate, Manuel Vidal, María Pérez, Matthew Lerma, Matthew Mancas, Mauro Uriegas, Mayra García, Milagros Gil, Nicholas Swanson, Ofelia Jimenez, Omar Nadensky, Rolando Segovia, Ruby Sens, Santiago Martínez, Stephanie Trujillo, Victoria Lozano, Yesenia Carter, and Ricardo Lopez. Okay, we have completed roll call. We have quorum.
Awesome. Thank you, Liz.
Yes.
All righty. Good morning, everybody. Before we begin the meeting, I would like to move to approve the July minutes as presented. Is there a motion?
I move to accept the July minutes as accepted.
Is there a second?
I
second.
Thank you. Awesome. All in favor, please state aye in the chat. So thank you, senators. Alrighty, well, good morning, everybody. The next items we want to go over are the agenda that was sent over through email yesterday. But before we begin, I would like to welcome everyone to the first Staff Senate meeting for this year in September. I'm really excited. My name is Jake Gonzalez. I am the president of the Staff Senate. And with me, I have our full staff senators. We have our vice president, Elizabeth Reyes. We have our secretary, Ricardo Lopez, who is absent today. We have our parliamentarian, Omar Nazelski. We have our treasurer, Matthew Monkis. And we have our historian, Cristo Mariquin, and we also have our immediate past president, Rolando Segovia. So thank you all so much for joining us today. I also want to give a quick little kudos to everyone with UTRGV as staff. You know, we received numerous amounts of accolades recently with UTRGV, such as we just recently got voted again as one of the best colleges to work for. So with our senators, we have our little pom-poms. We just want to do something a little fun. Everyone, please wave your pom-poms. Yes, yes, we're number one. We're number one. So as many, more accolades to come, I'm sure, with UTRGV. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to succeed. So positive vibes all around, and I'm just super, super excited to be part of this institution, and I'm really, really excited to be and honored to be part of Staff Senate and leading as president. So now we can go forth with our agenda. I believe we have Carla Lopez. Carla, are you here?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi,
Good
Jake.
morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I believe
My
you're able to
pleasure.
share your screen, if you would like to, so we can begin.
Yes,
Great,
and there we go.
awesome. Thank you so much. You may begin.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Well, I may join Jake's message congratulating everyone at the institution. And of course, I celebrate your successes and celebrate everything that you guys have accomplished in creating a great place to not only to work, but also for your students. It's a pleasure to be here with you all this morning. So happy to see so many familiar faces. If you don't know me, my name is Carla Lopez, like Jake mentioned, and I serve as Manager of Wellness Programs with the Office of Employee Benefits at UT System Administration. With me here today, I have Ms. Jen Baker. She is one of our vendor partners with LimeAid, and together we are here to talk to you about the UT Living Well platform. Um, Jake, Jen, before I move on,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Jen, are you able to access screen sharing? And before I move on, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, hello everyone, and I echo everything that Carla said. Thank you so much for having us today. I am Jen Baker, the Employee Experience Specialist, supporting the LimeAid platform, working alongside Carla every day. And as we get going, I do have the opportunity to share my screen, and I will be able to give you a demo of the platform via the browser. And then I also have the opportunity to screencast, and I'll be able to show you the mobile app as well once we get to that point in our presentation today. So again, thank you so much for having me. And as we move along, if there's any questions, I'm happy to address those during the presentation or even afterwards as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Well, first we wanted to show you a few reminders on screen before we move on to the live demo. For those of you who are not familiar with the Living Well platform, this is the best way we like to describe it is a one-stop shop for all your benefits, health, well-being needs. Sometimes we understand that it's hard to remember everything that's covered in our health plan, for example, and it's not until when we need a service or, for example, we have an injury and we discover that there's support for that particular need, and that's when we start researching. The Living Well platform shows you all the vendors, programs, and services that are included in your health plan. But the main features of the Living Well platform are the opportunity to participate in a variety of activities that will help you stay committed to your health goals. And you do that by completing a well-being assessment. It's going to be hard to remember everything I'm saying because all we're seeing is words, but everything will make sense as we move along to the demo portion of the presentation. You also have a My Updates feed. Think of it sort of like a social media news feed where your institution wellness programs will post announcements about ongoing activities and services going at your own institution, but you may also see announcements from Living Well and sometimes even from other institutions. We've had partnerships with UT Health Houston, for example, and they're sharing a podcast they put together, and they're kind enough to open it to everyone across the system. And also MD Anderson, for example, they put together a series of videos that are also available on there. And the services tab is the one-stop shop that I was talking about earlier. My favorite part of the platform is the well-being assessment because it tells us how we're doing in different areas of life, not only health related, but you will see a component that talks about your work well-being, for example, a little bit of financial well-being, and it helps us discover where we need to address or put more attention to in our areas of well-being. Once you complete the assessment, you get a summary, and I will show you how that looks like in the next slide. And while you analyze your responses and see maybe you're surprised, maybe it's something that you already knew you were struggling with, you have the opportunity to come to the Discover tab here and find different activities that will help you pay more attention to those areas where you're scoring the lowest, for example, in your assessment, or maybe where you're really strong and you want to maintain that energy focused in those areas. So this is how the assessment summary looks like. You will have a percentage of overall well-being. It's going to show you how you're doing in all different areas of your well-being. And if you have completed this before, you will see a comparison with your previous answers from last time you completed it. Just for those of you who are more active on the platform, please don't be surprised if you get an invitation to complete it again every September. And this is because every year we are prompted to respond this assessment again because we understand that there are different changes in our lives. We have new responsibilities or new goals, and all of that is going to have an effect or a response in our well-being. So this is the My Updates feed. Again, I won't invest too much time on this slide because we will see it live. Under services, you have different buttons, or we call them extensions, where you can connect with your peers. Instead of seeing UT System Social, you will see UTRGV Social, and that is how you can be part of those announcements that everyone is going to see on the platform. For instance, you don't have to wait for your wellness program or Living Well to post an announcement. If you are aware of a walk in the community or a farmer's market that perhaps your department is organizing, or maybe someone in the community, perhaps you're volunteering, that's something that you definitely want to share with everyone, and this is a place to go to do that. You can also send cheers. This is not related to your Bravo Vaqueros feature that you have at your institution, but is very similar, and you can congratulate others in their well-being journey. The platform can be synced with different devices and apps. You don't have to have a device, but if you do, it's very simple to upload your progress for different activities that encourage physical activity. In other words, you can be tracking your physical activity on your personal device or preferred app, and then you will also do the same on the platform. You may be asking, why do we want to do the same? Why do we want to duplicate? In the platform, as you advance through your journey and continue completing activities, you will see that you accumulate points, and there are different levels of recognition at the end of the year and throughout the year as well, both through your institution and through Living Well. This is the one-stop shop that I was talking about. Again, we will see it live, and these are the different levels that I was referring to. So we get a little encouraging message every time we reach a level, and it tells us how much or how far ahead are we in that journey and how much we have left to achieve the next level. If you have any questions or need extra support, you can always contact your institution wellness program. I would encourage you to start there first. You can always contact Living Well, of course. We're always happy to help. And you can contact the technical support team at Limeade. This is the way to access the platform. So if you want to follow along as we demonstrate how the platform looks like live, I encourage you to scan this QR code on the screen. You can also type in your browser the address that I'm going to add in the chat. And I'm also adding a few more details that I did not mention at the beginning, and I apologize for that, because the platform is available not only for employees or faculty and staff, but also to your dependents as long as they are 18 years and older, and also for retirees. So we know that we have a lot of return to work retirees. You're always welcome to join the platform as well. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jen Baker for the demo.
All right, thank you so much. And can everyone see my screen right now, just to make sure? All right,
Yes.
thank you. So now's the fun part, right? So everything that Carla just shared with you, I get to bring to life a little bit. I also want to take a moment to recognize that this may seem a little overwhelming because it is a lot of great resources and information. I recommend today, after our session, or if you have a minute later on, take a minute to either log back into your account to get reacquainted with the platform, and or maybe just take that opportunity to create your account and get in there and kind of start poking.
Jen, your audio is muted.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened, but are we good to go now? Okay. So if you have that opportunity, those are one of the best ways to really get familiar with the platform, is to go ahead and jump in, log in, create that account, and start to explore yourself to realize all the great opportunities that are available for you. As Carla was saying, when you log into your account, this is going to be your homepage. As I'm going through this, please keep in mind that I am using a test user account, so there might be a couple little nuances and differences versus the test user account that I'm using and when you log in. But for the most part, this is what you're going to see when you log in. As I begin to kind of mimic and bring to life items that Carla has shared, when you log in and you start to scroll down your homepage, one feature that I like is it's going to keep up at the forefront for you the activities that you have already started, so you know to come back to them and continue to work on them. And remember, those activities are the points that's going to help you earn those incentive level points and try to get you to go from level 1 to 2 to 3. So again, that's sitting right there for you to be aware of. As Carla was mentioning, we keep talking about the well-being assessment. That is really important for you to complete because that's really going to start to customize your experience on the Living Well Limeade platform. So for example, this test user has completed their well-being assessment for this year. And because of that, this For You carousel of activities opens up based upon their assessment results. Each person's an individual. Each person's Living Well account is going to look a little bit different as well once they complete that well-being assessment. So again, one point to really remember from our time together today is to take that well-being assessment, because that's really going to help personalize. Getting it underway. Unfortunately, this is also an example of what can go wrong if leaders don't plan ahead when they take on big projects.
Jen, I don't know if we lost you, but your screen is frozen.
Yes, I
Can't
believe.
hear you
Oh,
anymore.
I think she's coming back.
Unfortunately, this stalled the project for years, and it costs.
And it seems like there's a microphone open. It's giving us some background
Yes,
feedback
if
as
there
well.
is anybody in the meeting, just be sure that your mic is muted.
Budgets in place. Ask for bonds. We ask for you to commit a significant amount of money on city facilities. If you believe in strong fiscal management, taking care of taxpayer money, I'm going to go ahead and mute all, Jake, and then just go ahead and unmute your mic to speak, okay?
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Perfect. I think. Let's see.
So sorry about that, everyone. Jen, are you back? While she rejoins, I can continue with the demo and I can show you my account. I'll get in right now and really apologize for the hiccup.
No, it's no issue. No worries at all. It happens. But thank you so much.
Thank you. And of course, this has to happen when we need technology the most.
No worries.
I'm logging in. The only feature I don't have available in my account is the opportunity to cast my mobile app. So that would be something that I unfortunately cannot show you. I don't think, Jen, are you back? I don't see you.
I don't see her
Okay,
that she joined the chat, so I think we will be able to get a notification if she does join the group and we can let her back in.
perfect. Great. So this is my personal account. As you can see, I have not completed my well-being assessment. Jen was showing us how that looks like. I have no worries here showing you everything on my account. And because I have not completed the assessment yet, it's showing me that I still need to earn a lot of points and I need to take action to get going with my progress. So this is my updates feed that we were talking about. We show you, like I was mentioning during the slideshow, some announcements about different things going on. You may see some announcements here. I'm trying to find something that is from a different institution, just so you notice how that is going to look like. We have, okay, like I was saying, we have the podcast that's facilitated by UT Health Houston. Here it is. This will look exactly the same. You will see it in your feed, and that is just something that they were gracious enough to extend to everyone, although some of the services they may discuss during the webinar are only applicable to their institution. You will see also the different channels that you have access to. Of course, all of these other institutions will not be visible to you. Once you complete the assessment, Jen was about to show you the carousels that open up with recommendations for your specific needs. For now, all I'm seeing is the generic version of it because, again, I have not completed mine, and it's still reminding me here that I have to complete that. We had a webinar last month. In case you missed it, we talked about Ariosti, and this is open to everyone system-wide. So anytime you see those webinars, please feel free to jump on. If you missed it or you would like to rewatch it, it's available here. And on top of refreshing the knowledge, you get the opportunity to earn points. So we work really hard to make these services available to you for an extended period of time. We know that we have a preventative exam covered in your health plan. So we have a reminder here. When you do that, come back and make sure that you check it off. One of my preferred activities is this 150 minutes of exercise each week because it helps me stay on track and be reminded that I have to meet that goal. You can also track only steps if you prefer. And if you are participating in Wonder, for example, we have an integration here that you can also continue with your weight management goals through the program, but then you get the opportunity to earn points on the platform. So a lot of work that goes behind the scenes to make these integrations possible, and it's all with the purpose of helping you stay committed, stay reminded of what really matters. Once I do complete my assessment, those results will show here. And I will be able to also see my previous responses from the immediate previous response that I submitted. And I can also keep track of my points here. If you ever have a question about, well, what is this all about? You know, maybe I heard a webinar, I heard my employee wellness program talk about this, but I don't really know what the platform is about. Come here to the My Points section and learn more about it and about the program. Be reminded of the dimensions of well-being that you can keep track of. And you can also keep track of your points here and know exactly what's being awarded to you in case you're in doubt that something may be missing perhaps. In the services tab, this is going to show quite a bit of information, so please disregard anything that refers to other institutions. Again, my access is slightly different. This series is what I was referring to. These 3 series of videos or lessons were put together by MD Anderson's Employee Wellness Program team. And same thing, they were gracious enough to open it to everyone. If there's ever an interest for your institution to come here and maybe there's a podcast that your department is putting together. I know that you guys have the successful School of Medicine, or maybe an article that you want to share and you want to make available to everyone system-wide. Please get with your employee wellness program and we can make that available here. We have some videos. You have your own extensions, so everything that's available at your institution. And then we have also, I'm going to scroll quick, hope I don't make you dizzy. We have also a way to connect with your wellness program. Like I said, you can invite others. We have a wellness challenge coming up next month. So if you know someone is not on the platform and you want to recruit them for your team, please send them a link so they can join. And these are the different services that I was talking about. This is a one-stop shop, like we like to call it. And then when it's time to renew our benefits or our elections, you will see a link opening up here. That's also a reminder. It's only available in July, of course. So this is it. This is how you link your devices, and you have some reminders here. You can customize your settings. So this is pretty much the platform. I'm going to transition over to some last few slides. I know that we're running out of time, and I love seeing some comments here about all the rewards that you guys got. This is the first time that we have this process in place, so you'll be receiving those rewards in the next few weeks. We're expecting them to be ready mid-October, and they will go straight to the shipping address that you selected, so much more convenient. I see a question about the assessment. Is the purpose of the well-being assessment customizing app recommendations? Yes, but also helps you visualize where you need to direct your energy the most. In other words, if you are, let's say, for example, going to school, you know that you're going to be tired, you're probably going to have to sacrifice some sleep, and your energy level might be lower. So how do you work around that goal that you have? And it's an important goal, but you don't want your well-being to suffer. So yes, it is helping you customize your recommendations, but also visualize what's going on, or why am I feeling so tired, or why am I not meeting my health goals. And I see another question. Do we use our phone to keep track on steps? You can use your phone. You can use a tracker, a manual tracker. You can use a wearable device. Anything that you have on the side will help you. And then you can just either sync your device, or you can also manually add those steps. Keep sharing your questions, please. Just a final reminder, I don't think Jen was able to rejoin, and I'm so sorry about that. She's going to feel terrible. These are the programs that you have included in your health plan. These are additional to everything that you see on your claims, or everything that you have an opportunity to discuss with your doctor as well. You also have something enhanced. It's not really new, but it's an enhancement we did to our health plan, and that is the UT Select Concierge. If you ever have a question about a claim Maybe you had a new diagnosis, something that's difficult either to you or your dependents, and you need extra support. Please make sure that you connect with them. It's a phone that's available on the back of your benefits card. And you can also find a doctor if you're having trouble. We understand that sometimes South Texas is one of the regions where we have most challenges finding a specific specialist or a particular doctor. So they can always help you not only find those doctors, but also even set up the appointment as well. So we don't have a list of services because it will be really hard to list everything that they can do for you. We just want you to keep them in mind, and please connect with them at any time. And we talked about the Living Well platform, some other services also available. Thank you everyone for helping with the chat. I missed a question, and thank you, Ms. Milagros. Yes, is Limeade One the name of the app for your mobile phone? All right, and that's all we had today. We are very thankful for the opportunity to talk to you about this wonderful research, and I'll be happy to answer any other questions you may have.
Yes, thank you, Carla, so much. If anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and, ask your question vocally, or if you would like to place the question in the chat, please do so. We'll give you guys a few minutes to do so.
Hi, Carla. I do have a question. The points that I earned last year, do they roll over into this year?
They do not. That's a great question. Points are only for the year, and that is also the same system as the well-being assessment. We get the opportunity to complete that assessment every year. Great question.
We also have a question in the chat, Carla. Where do they find it on the website?
Yes, thank you for that. I will add it here in a comment. It is a bit tricky sometimes, so if you save or try to save it, it may not work properly. So we always recommend typing the website every time.
Awesome.
Thank you for that feedback.
Does anybody have any more questions? Any comments?
I have a question. So I logged in via the mobile app, but then it gives the program code or find an employer, but I can't seem to pop up anything with the employer. So what should we be using to access it online on the mobile app? Sorry.
Yes, that's another great question. So you will find it under University of Texas, and that is because we have everyone under the same umbrella, if you will. Or you can also type in, if it's asking for a code, you can type in UTX.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. If you're getting an error message, I would recommend closing your browser, trying to open it again. If the issue continues, you may need to contact the support team. I'm going to add it again. Just be mindful that because we are talking about a benefit available to you, they will need to verify eligibility, and they will have to ask you for your benefits ID, the code listed on your benefits card. So don't be alarmed. It's part of the process. That's how they verify eligibility.
Awesome. Thank you. Is there any more questions or comments from the group? The employer code, Carla, is that the same code you just mentioned, the UTX?
Yes, that would be UTX, or spell it out, University of Texas.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you, everyone, for having us. It was a pleasure to be back for a few minutes. In case you don't know a little bit of my history, if I may share, Jake, if that's okay with you.
Yes,
I was part of your HR team almost 4 years ago. Pleasure to be back, and so happy and excited to see all the great things happening. Go Vaqueros. I still have my t-shirts in my closet. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Yes, thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Next on our agenda and our presenter is Rolando Segovia.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me for Staff Senate. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me know when you all are able to see my screen. Awesome. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Rolando Segovia. I'm the Employee Engagement and Wellness Coordinator. And I will be discussing our annual State Employee Charitable Campaign, or also known as SECC. This will be taking place as of October 1st through the 31st. So the SEC is an opportunity for state employees to donate to a charity. SEC has provided a list of vetted charities that employees can choose from. Last year, more than 14,000 state employees contributed, making about $4.3 million. UTRG total contribution was $20,655.07. We have to count the 7 cents. This year's goal for UTRGV is 30,000. So if we are able to surpass this, that'll be amazing. But looking in the past 3 years, it does show that we have been declining in participation and contribution. So if you are able to participate, I do encourage you to do so, because you may ask, what will my gift or my donation do or provide? So the contribution that you can contribute, the minimum is $2. So with $2, you are able to put a book in 25 children's hands, provide 72 meals for families and individuals struggling with food insecurity, also provide service members a care package that need a moral boost, provide trash bags and gloves for 100 volunteers for community cleanup, provide meals for homebound senior citizens for 2 weeks. So even $2 a month can provide great services for individuals. These are just a few examples that your donation will help. But these amounts are not what you will need to contribute to. You can decide to contribute $4 or $8 or $12, etc. But your money will be able to go to a great use. So this is our SEC webpage on the Human Resources website. It is up to date. It is active. So if you want to click on the directory link, you are able to see what charities are listed this year. But please do not submit the pledge form yet. You do have to wait till October 1st. So, you can look through the directory and see which charity, there's a charity that you would like to donate. Please make a note of it, but please do not submit the form as of yet, because it doesn't open until October 1st. So when you do click on the directory, you will be able to see all the list of charities that SEC has vetted and decided. I do recommend that you do write down the charity code that comes listed with the charity. You may want, if you have participated in SEC in the past, I would recommend that if you do have a specific charity that you have donated in the past, I do recommend that you double check and look in the directory, because those codes may be shifted, or that charity might have been assigned a different charity code. So please double check with that. Also, it'll give you a brief description of the charity website and phone information if you want to get a little bit more information of the charity. Also, there's a little percentage of listed by the charity. That percentage is basically how much of your donation will be going to administrative services for the charity. So of course, the lower the percentage, the more of your contribution is going to the cause. So just be mindful of that. but don't let that be a deterrent for you for not to donate to the charity. So the pledge form. So it's only one pledge form per donor. The minimum again is $2. You will need that 6-digit charity code, so make sure that you do have the correct one. Let's see. So the pledge form is a DocuSign. So make sure that you do have access to the DocuSign form, and then I'll be going over the sections. So the first section is just your basic information. You just need to input it. Also, you just need to indicate your department. Here on section 2, this is where you're going to decide if you want to do a one-time donation or a payroll deduction. Depending on what you select, one-time or the payroll deduction. For the one-time gift, you would just indicate one-time gift and enter the amount. For payroll deduction, on section 3, it will pre-calculate what you are going to donate, and then it will pre-calculate your amounts here. So you don't need to enter the amounts in this section. It will pre-populate once you select the charity of your choosing and the amounts. And then, of course, you will need to sign, and please enter your employee ID number. If you don't know your employee ID number, it is on your ID badge. So here's an example in section 3. So this is where you will need that 6-digit charity code, and then you will be placing the amount in this column. Then it will pre-populate here, and then it will pre-populate in section 2. You will need, if you are planning to do multiple charities, you will need to enter the different charities in each column. So you say you can't enter the charity that starts with 15 on this column, you would need to enter it in this column. Also, if you're going to do charity 36, for example, you would just put the charity of 36, because it's 2 different charities, it's just blocked. Say 36 is for cancer, and then it will have different types of charities that you want to donate. So it would have to be the same code for each column, and then it'll be different. If you want to do multiple charities, it would have to be in different columns. It can't be all in one column. So that's very, very important. And then the last section, this is if you are wanting recognition or acknowledgement by the charity, you would then simply click on the box and then input your information here if for the acknowledgement. For payroll deduction, you will need to complete the form, submit and sign, and then I will get the notification to the SEC email to let me know that you are planning to do a monthly contribution. Again, you can also do $2 per month. That's a total of $24 if you decide to do $2 a month. It is possible. Also, for the one-time payment, you will need to complete that form. So don't think that you don't need to. You will need to complete it. I do recommend that you do print it out before submitting, just so you can, because for the one-time payments, you will need to go and stop at the bursar's office to make that payment. It would also be good to have a copy of the form so you can show the clerk that it is for SEC. At the bursar's office, they only accept cash or check for the charitable campaign, so please be aware of that. Also, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can email me or message me on Teams. I did have a meeting yesterday with department reps. We do have department reps that will help you with any questions you may have on questions that you need for filling out the form or where to go. I do have department reps on campus to help you with that. They will be introducing themselves in your department meeting or your department team chat. They'll be introducing themselves to let you know that they are the go-to person to have any questions on SACC. So they'll be helping me out tremendously. So that is my presentation. Thank you all for listening, and have a great morning.
Awesome. Thank you, Rolando. Does anybody have any quick questions for Rolando before we go to the next agenda item? Awesome. Thank you, Rolando.
Oh, you're welcome.
So our next item on the agenda is committee reports. We can go ahead and begin with the Communications Chair, Dina Lopez.
Hi, everyone. With Black Ghetto Pride plus spooky season around the corner, it's celebration time. So, like Jake said, my name is Dina Lopez. I am the chair for the communications committee. I'm sorry, and the communications member and I are thrilled to announce our annual Halloween door decorating contest. So be ready to get information through y'all's emails, social media from our UTRGV Staff Senate, our website, all that stuff. We'll have all the details in order for y'all to get y'all's door decoration contest going. This year, we're also want to do a costume contest. So if you all do departmental contests, costumes, send us your pictures, but we'll send you all that information later on once we get all the details finalized and all that good stuff. Homecoming is coming up also in October. That'll be the week of October 20th. So be prepared to receive emails, messages of all the events that are going to be happening during that week and plus during the homecoming game. So stay tuned for updates via email, social media, our website, all that good stuff. Let's make this season festive and fun for everybody. If y'all have any questions, the committee and I are here to answer anything if you all have anything in mind. Any questions? No? Okay, I'll go ahead and pass it on to my fellow Senator Yesenia.
Hi, everybody. I'm Yesenia Carter. I am with the Constitution and Elections Committee. I am the chair alongside with my co-chair, Matthew Lerma. This year we'll be updating I'm going to share my screen really quick. We're going to be updating the Staff Senate Constitution. We want to add the new divisions, which include the Human Resources and Regulatory Affairs. So we'll be updating the Constitution on the website. If you all are ever curious, you can just either Google UTRGV Staff Senate Constitution and any type of, if you want to see what type of committees we have, if you want to meet, each and every single one of the senators, you can come here to this website. Also, the elections process won't begin until later on in the year, but if you all ever have any questions or concerns, just call, message me on Teams. You can also reach out to Matthew Lerma. I don't have much to update right now until we get to the process of updating the Constitution. So hopefully by the next meeting, we'll be able to update you on what step I'm on, or I'm sorry, the committee is on. I just want to recognize those committee members really quick. The names are as follows. On our committee, we have Mr. Matthew Monkus, Dina Lopez, Ruby Sens, Elizabeth Reyes, Antonio Alvarez, Matthew Lerma, and we just got a new committee member, Nick Swanson. So if you all have any questions or concerns in regards to the Constitution or the elections process, don't hesitate to reach out to any of us that I just named. If there's no questions right now, I'm going to pass it over to the next committee, Business Processes and Staff Support, with the chair, Omar Nedzelski Jr. Thank you.
Good morning,
Hello,
everybody. I just want to make a clarification. I'm no longer the chair, but I'll pass it to the new chair, Carlos Ayala.
Hello, good
Sorry,
morning,
Carlos.
everybody. No, it's quite all right. Things keep changing every year. I'm the new proud chair of the Business and Processes and Staff Support. I know it's a long title, but we're pretty much the committee that handles everybody's suggestions and issues. So right now there is no updates. By the way, sorry, my co-chair Maria Perez. She's not present right now. I think she has some work commitments and she wasn't here, but she's my co-chair. And I'm getting a lot of good training from the past chair, Omar. So he's still in the mix, helping me out till I get on my feet. Like I said, there are no updates for this meeting, but we will share some feedback on a recent submission that we got from a constituent and next meeting. So, with that said, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. If not, I'll pass it over to the Staff Success Committee. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Milagros Gil. I am the chair of the Staff Success Committee, and our co-chair is Estela. We have also other members like Opilia Jimenez, Manny, Jeanette, Edna Munoz, Crystal Maraquin, and Francine Perez, and Leslie Orozco. At this point, we don't have like any updates, but we are very excited for this upcoming year.
Awesome. Thank you so much to the committees and the committee's chairs and co-chairs, as well as committee members. Thank you all. I will now open the floor to any public questions or concerns from anybody.
So I don't have a concern. I just wanted to share some information. As many of you may know, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. We will be hosting our very first UTRGV Professional Development Day on November the 5th. We're working with multiple departments, but this is in collaboration, of course, with the Human Resources. And so what we're looking for right now is proposals for sessions, right? So if there's a area that you're an expert in, or there's something that you're excited about presenting, we are looking for proposals at this time. And the chat, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of more information on what we're looking for when it comes to proposals, as well as the proposal form. So if you're interested in, again, sharing the knowledge that you have with the rest of the community, helping everyone really build more on their professional development, November the 5th is going to be the day that we're going to be doing that. And then proposals actually are going to be due on September the 30th. So again, more information in the chat. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Crystal. Rolando?
Yes, just a reminder, Fall into Fitness is just around the corner. Fall into Fitness is when you are able to participate through the Living Well platform to count your steps. It'll be from October 1st through October 31st. So this is a good time to create your teams within your department to count your steps, and please enter those steps in the Living Well platform because it's a great opportunity for a little competition against other UT schools. So just looking for more information on the Living Well platform, and you would just need to look for Fall into Fitness to start to count your steps for that little campaign.
Awesome. Thank you, Rolando. Real quick before we go over to Omar, Armando posted a question in the chat for you to backtrack on your presentation for donating for the full year. Would that run from January to December, or is that a separate timeline?
Yes, it would be from January going forward.
Okay, thank you. And Omar?
So just good morning once again. I have a public recognition. I wanted to take a moment to share that today is National Research Administrator Day. So on behalf of the staff senators representing the Division of Research, we'd like to recognize and celebrate our colleagues whose dedication and hard work help advance our institution's research enterprise. This appreciation extends not only to our partners in the divisions beyond research, but also to the staff at the college level representing the academics of research as well. So again, thank you to all the researchers, from the students to the faculty and staff, for allowing us the opportunity to support and serve you, and happy Research Administrator Day.
Awesome. Thank you, Omar. Crystal, there was a question in the chat for you. I think you've seen it. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Does anybody else have any public questions or comments? Thank you, Faye. Yes. So the UREC will host Power in Pink this October in Brownsville and in Edinburgh in lieu of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Everyone is invited.
I wanted to ask, I guess if there's a Rep. Murick, I know we had a 5K last year in Harlingen. Are they going to do it again this year where they, get everybody painted while they're running?
That's a good question. Thank you, Carlos. Faye, I'm not too sure. Maybe you can answer that in the chat. Carlos's question if they're going to be doing a 5K again this year with the paint. Yes, Carlos, they will be. Awesome. 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 Great. Any more debate or discussion? Debate or discussion? No? Okay. I move to adjourn the meeting. Is there a motion?
I second.
I make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Is there a second?
Yeah, a second.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. The meeting is adjourned today at 9:58 a.m. Hope everyone has a great day.
Yes, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.